Yo, guess who's back again. Tell a friend, it's FatManEvo, back with another video. Today we're talking about the steroid transformation of none other than the legendary Chris Benoit. Obviously everyone talks about guys like Hogan and Warrior using roids in the 80s, as I mentioned last week. For this modern era, Eddie and Benoit were two of the biggest ones I've seen. Hogan and Warrior, at least when they showed up, they were huge from the beginning. But with guys like Chris Benoit, they grew over the years. Benoit literally went from a non-Saiyan to a Super Saiyan. He was around 5'8", 5'10", and was carrying around a solid 220 pound plus of muscle. Obviously that's not normal for his height. Benoit, he suffered from being small within the wrestling industry, so he felt the need to drill himself with obviously steroids and human growth hormone. If you look at Chris Benoit's arms from the elbow down, they're just, disproportionate. Like I mentioned before, Dynamite Kid, in the previous decade, just like him, their frame could not support the muscle mass that they were carrying. Obviously their hearts had grown out of scale to their muscle mass, and hence that's where the dependence of painkillers come to. If you look at how Benoit was in his ECW days and compare it to the way he looked just prior to his death, it is quite startling to see how much abuse his body was taking. For a guy his size and frame, steroids had a serious and fatal side effect on his health. Obviously if you mix in all the drugs and the painkillers, obviously it weakens your body and it may cause even psychotic behaviour, which it did later on in his life. Benoit's first transformation started in the mid-1990s. He had transformed himself by 1997. It was a pretty crazy transformation. He went from ripped to bulky. He stayed like that until his death. He had a lean ripped body during his WCW days. His arms and traps were super jacked, but the rest of his body was much smaller. His shoulders began to catch up, but the rest of his body remained disproportioned. He was extremely juiced up and way too large for his frame. Contribution to his death was obviously he had 10 times the normal level of testosterone in his system when he killed his wife and young son. WWE state that the last time Benoit took a steroid test was in April, 3 months prior to the killing. They said that he tested negative for any substance or illegal substances. So yeah, that's the tragic end for a legend, unfortunately. Make sure to subscribe, comment and share, and let me know what you guys think in the comment section. See you next time.